Wow, wow, yo, yippee, yay, guys. It's pile number 1, first of the year. And happy new year to all of you Borgers. Oh, we love beautiful souls. Thank you so much for 2022. Today in content, we're going to talk about some new yield happening on some new tokens, the fact about our Series A, how it's growing on a daily basis, and how you guys could win CHSB, a Tesla, and have some fun during this wonderful start of the year. As you guys know, my name is Cyrus Fazel. I am your proud founder and CEO of SwissBorg, always here to serve you. If you look what happened in 2022, this image of Bloomberg portrays it quite well, and it's for sale by the owner. We saw a lot of new crypto participants coming in with the wrong mindsets, with the wrong mission, with the wrong tools, and especially with the wrong heart. I think so as well. It got into this business because people all wanted to make a lot of money, and eventually this was not sustainable. Their ethic was not good. And this has created a lot of Lambos to get out. Some people talk about cleansing. Some people talk about just this is what it takes to change the world. But, you know, what happened is that the market has really adjusted itself, right? And from 2.5 trillion today at roughly, we're at probably at, you know, something close to 700 million or 800 million, if I'm not mistaken, is few different texts. These are like, okay, there's a big enough, but really what, if you guys remember what happened, Terra obviously has been one of the big waves that really wiped down crypto. I would say with that, there's been as well the fact that we saw some investigations on Binance. This is something that's we're gonna look into more seriously. We saw obviously Celsius freezing its withdrawals, 3 Hour Capital's going for bankruptcy. A little bit later, Voyager and as well as Celsius going for, unfortunately, as well for bankruptcy. Some hacks there and there. Then eventually, Binance, you know, explicitly calls out SAM and FTT tokens and FTX groups filing for bankruptcy, and eventually SBF getting arrested in Bahamas and charge filed by the CFTC and the Dow Jones as well. And I think so. We've seen quite a huge amount of tsunami things happening on the crypto markets. But what we've seen as well, this is always very, you know, interesting to see how people want to portray that. Like, okay, $2 trillion or a little bit less has been wiped out of the crypto market, which is a huge amount of money. But if you just look at, you know, the stock market, you know, it's much bigger than this, right? That's 11 trillion or more that has been wiped out. And what we've seen as well is that even despite the fact that 2022 was quite a chaotic year for crypto, let's still remind the great things that happened. And if you look on the technology side, Ethereum has been really one of the big statement of crypto, right? Saying that this is now the blockchain that will enable people to build the beautiful applications to go on and on. The fact of moving from, you know, proof of work to proof of stake, the merge has been beautifully done. The fact that EVM is being really the standard now, more and more used for any other different blockchain. There's been a lot of different things, even the price action. If you look at, you know, Ethereum compared to Bitcoin and other crypto has been extremely resilient from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, despite the fact that, you know, it went up to 4,500. It started roughly around 1,500, if I remember, and the community of people building applications. What we saw as well is that, of course, DeFi had suffered, you know, through USD. There's been some different hacks through bridges, but nevertheless, DeFi has shown tremendously that this has a huge potential. It already still has today shown a great way for people to trade, a great way to lend and to borrow, a great place to be where you could actually as well get some leverage. You could get to create different stable coins. And you're seeing more and more strong use cases with derivatives like DYDX, with GMX as well, ways where people could start to really trade in an efficient way capital in a free way too, which is really beautiful to see. So for applications, I would definitely look into DeFi and look at platforms such as Aave that really has been stress test so many times. Same that goes with PancakeSwap, Uniswap, Compound, Stargate. Even if it's a younger one, there's been a lot of great, beautiful things that have been built and being tested and stress tested, and it worked extremely well. I'll say other things that are remarkable about this year is the fact that we're seeing more and more big companies getting into NFTs. Obviously, the debacle in some ways OpenSea, which we realized that a lot was done was purely trading. Even people could talk about wash trading there as well. This has been a little bit changed. But the good thing is that there's more and more games, and Sony and PlayStation, things like that, are adopting NFTs, saying for Reddit, and we're seeing more and more use cases for NFTs. So that has been very interesting, I would say, in terms of democratization. And as well, another thing for democratization is all institutionals, banks, and money managers that are getting into crypto, building different proof cases for doing OTC trades with different options, with different products, to get them more and more to use this technology, not speculatively, but to actually build products on it. And I think so. This has been probably the fifth big thing about crypto in 2022. And the sixth thing is obviously us, SwissBorg. Right. I think so. This last year has really shown that, despite everyone going out of business in the whole yield business, we really showed again the robustness of the DeFi move that we made to transform into earn, to bring real full transparency and risk bases, different strategies. I think this has been a real great thing for the industry and for you guys, Borgers. The thematics, which is the retire plan for anyone. I always say to friends, they're like, Cyrus, what should I buy? I say, look, if you don't want to trade in crypto, just put, whatever it is. Start with, maybe 1,000 euros in this case, or maybe this other guy, start with 5,000 francs or 10,000, whatever, or 100 euros, whatever. It depends how much money you have. But what I say is always try to invest between 5 to 10% of your total salary into crypto. That's what usually I recommend to people who are able to invest. Of course, if you're not able to, live more than on your salary, don't spend too much, really try to have, 5-10% if you have enough funds. With that, if you don't want to trade, obviously I recommend people to go premium, but what I recommend is just to put, some money into the thematics and just let it go. And then every month, every 2 months, every 3 months, it depends, start to put a little bit more money and do your own DCA essentially through thematics. It's a great retire plan. Maybe 1 year from now, you'll be like, oh, Cyrus, I didn't do the best investment ever. Maybe 2 years from now, you're going to love me. 3 years from now, you're going to love me even more. 4 years from now, you're not going to like me anymore. And then you'll have these cycles up and down. But what you like is that you will always DCA at your own pace. And eventually, out of a 10-year period, a 15-year period, 20 years period, this would have accumulated a lot of gains. And this could potentially be really helpful for your retire plan and for, making sure that you become wealthy. And I think so. These are great habits to have. And we're really glad that we find we're able to bring thematics to the lovely world. And there's been other beautiful things that we're going to talk about 2022. Question of the week. It comes from Inspector Gadget Clerk. Essentially, is asking, a lot of CHSB is being distributed to community members that are getting rewarded in a very fairly meritocratic way. And Clerk is trying to realize if this is good or not good. The whole principle of SwissBorg is to gather a strong community and to reward them fairly. This is what meritocracy is all about. CHSB that are given to people that are helping to refer, helping to promote, helping to boost, helping to bring more love to SwissBorg is always a fantastic way for people to get rewarded in CHSB. These same people that are doing so already have CHSB, and their intent is to grow their wealth with CHSB. So this is the beautiful, a virtuous cycle that could really enrich the experience of all our loved ones. So for sure, this is worth it. This is the reason why we have always had a budget allocated for future purposes, which is exactly this one. And this is exactly the reason why we believe we would love to continue this in even a better way. I think so 2023 is about data monetization. So we really want to reward more and more people through SwissBorg token or through other different ways. But we need to grow as a community. And for that, the community has to grow with ourselves. And I think so that's what's really beautiful. So Clerk, of course, we're doing this in a smart way. Of course, we're doing this in a diligent way. And of course, we're doing this for the right people. Announcement of the week. Fantastic. I can't believe it. 8,500 investors and partners and more to come. This is amazing how the SwissBorg Launchpad has finally brought our Series A to the world. We are so thankful for the 8,500 people. We hope to get much more than this. We still have, few weeks to go for the Series A, and we're really hoping to get to at least 25,000. So we should need to triple this. So it's your jobs, guys. It's our jobs. It's SwissBorg and Borgers to bring the green laser eyes to a lot of more people. Hopefully we get to 10,000 by the end of this week. That would be amazing if we could do this. So now that Christmas is over, New Year's Eve is here, we're back into business. So let's tell the world how to become partner at SwissBorg. Community sentiment of the week. I regret to tell you guys that I was not on Twitter since I think so December 25th till yesterday. Actually, I actually took a week off. It was a long time I didn't take a week off, so I was not on Twitter. I needed to disconnect a bit. That really enabled me to be honest, not do much. I didn't do that much, to be honest. I made a few walks, I went to do some, bouldering, some activities, some push-ups, a bit running, a little bit of eating, but I just relaxed a bit. I think so I was a bit tired. And now I'm back and I'm really happy. And Crypto Jazz, Jangy Burn, Daphne D, RZ Villia, thank you very much for the Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone here. Making sure that 2023 is SwissBorg year. So merci à tous et bonne année. Talking about lovely people and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Top Pittle is someone that is top and not little. It's someone that has been really a great moderator, a white hat hacker, a German cafe host, of course, a partner. I really want to thank you. Dankeschön. Viele Danke. I'm so bad in German. And yeah, you really are awesome. Bringing all these wonderful stats is really something that we really, really love, that people are really looking at. And thank you so much for all the hard work, the love, and the passion that you're putting and all your different data-driven actions. Tesla leaderboard. Okay, so if you guys haven't followed this is a freaking cool way to actually get the possibility to own a Tesla, SwissBorg branded, and as well to get up to 100,000 CHSB tokens. That's a huge amount of money. The sorry, the exercise is to, like the community app or crypto challenge, is to get to be number one. Congratulations, RF3 for right now earning. So how does this competition works? It's quite easy. Well, what you have to do is that you have to refer people to invest into SwissBorg. And by investing means participating in the launchpad to buy SwissBorg shares. The amount of shares that your referees are actually buying, that's the amount of point that you are getting. So it's a very easy, it's very similar to the community app. The main difference here is that what you want is to bring a lot of people to be SwissBorg partners, but as well, you'll have a better chance to win if it happens that you have people from your network that invest a larger amount of money. However, that's not the only way, because we thought about this very clearly, and Danielle and other people said, okay, let's do a really meritocratic way. So what we thought is that to get to those 100,000 CHSB, I think so you have to be in the top 100 to get to earn some CHSBs. And to be eligible to get the Tesla is that you will have to be in the top 10. And to be in the top 10, then after there's going to have a few other different ways to do it. You're going to have to promote yourself, why you need the car, and how can you contribute to the SwissBorg ecosystem in a better way. And only then people will vote and it'll be going to the top 10. So you don't need Sarah right now, even if you're winning, that doesn't mean you will get the Tesla. That means you have a chance, and this goes up to Donald Big. I like the Big. I don't know if this is in French or not, but if it is, very funny. And if it's not, sorry about the joke. And this will be really cool. Just for the real story, if you guys want to know, the Tesla was a joke. So initially, so for those who know me, I bought a Tesla last summer. Last summer. Exactly same as this one, actually, by the way. Tesla 3 Performance Black, same thing. And I wanted to brand the car completely Tesla everywhere. And everywhere, make it super cool with the QR code and all of that. And the QR code would support a cause and all different things. I haven't done it yet. Sorry, but I don't know, this last month was quite busy. So I wanted to do that car by myself. And then I said this as a joke to the people, like, oh, what if we would give opportunity to someone to win a Tesla, and he would then, or she would then, in the case of Sarah, would essentially be able, and Denise, by the way, I know this is probably another man. Yeah, sorry. Hillary, though. Hillary is a lot of women on the top 10. Great. Would be able to essentially drive the car and make a really cool advertisements, and people will love this car, obviously. And so this is how it came from a little personal story to a joke and to actually something that's really going to happen, or at least looks like. So I'm looking forward to see how this is going to evolve. And I am very excited to see this, to be honest, because it's going to be quite a cool way to get to have people stream when their cars, show it to the world, and get your QR code to get even more referrals and be like top referral ever at SwissBorg. And that will be really, really cool to see. So looking forward to it. What that means is that, guys, as I said earlier, Christmas is over, but the best present you could ever get, it's SwissBorg shares. Share it to the world. Obviously, there's risk buying SwissBorg shares. Everyone has to understand that it is shares going into a scale up, which is crypto. So there's obviously high risk there, but obviously when there's high risk, there's always usually a high potential reward. So make sure that you share this to your loved ones, people that you think that understand what we're doing, enjoy what we're doing, and love the philosophy that's behind it, just to democratize wealth management by making it fun, fair, community-centric. Product updates. It's really cool, the fact that the graph, you're getting a nice yield right now. This is essentially, the graph is for validating blockchain data. So it's just purely staking by itself. And ApeCoin, which, by the way, is just crazy because it's the launch of it. It's through their Ape track, I think so. Is getting 188%. Quick reminder today that obviously the premium levels of the SwissBorg token is much lower to get in. So if you feel that you want to have a 2023, enjoy the best experience, have a freaking cool status that goes with it, get it's substantial and sustainable yields on different tokens at a higher tier, I advise you to upgrade or to let someone know that he or she should upgrade and build his own wealth. We had this question multiple times, the protect and choose. It's being entirely, there's some meetings that are being done, I think so as today. So I have not news for you, but please be prepared. Chart of the week here, I want to bring some, Benji did a great study here in the show that recently, even if, well, there's a less activity in the crypto industry and there's only like hardcore game changers like yourself, not only believing, but actually being activated, being activist into crypto. What we see here is that we have done actually great amounts of mentions that have happened in social media, and we're seeing a lot of different peaks when the collabs are happening. These collabs are usually ways where people like with different ecosystem are working, and I strongly believe 2023 with the Launchpad and with different initiatives that we want to take, it's a great way to grow communities, right? By cross-sharing things together, by building things together. We really hope that 2023 is a year that we could really not only grow organically and grow with the community and how you guys have been really great advocates about SwissBorg being partners and being as well token holders, but as well try to collaborate with different communities that are doing already great stuff. And for this, I think so these last 3 months have shown really good traction in terms of social media essentially stats. Now, hopefully we can convert these people to become premium and partners as well. But this is the way to go. In terms of weekly CHSB data, things have been pretty constant. Obviously less activity due to seasonality, of course. But overall, we're a little bit more SwissBorgers in the app, which is great. The community index, unfortunately, cast your vote, but it's not a good one. I'm sorry, I regret it. Main thing is that social media has been really low, and the app activity. This has really brought us down. The rest, the volume actually did pick up from last week, which is good. But yeah, the app activity has been really low, and I could understand. Sometimes people need a break. Beautiful Borgers, again, many thanks for this wonderful 2022. I'm really, really, really deeply amazed by the fact how so many of you are trusting us, and so many of you are still here in these difficult times where 8,500 people now are partnered at SwissBorg, which gives you, full transparency, making you, as high as queens and kings as possible, being really aligned in the best way. I really, really, really think this is the way to go, and this is how we are going to change the game, how we're going to design essentially the world of wealth management, of banking, of asset management together. And I think so this loyalness that we both have, right, where this dedication of building a better planet, a better future, is really something that's going to resonate more and more and more and more, and that's our beautiful technology is going to help us to democratize so many different industries. I'm so bullish about social media and how Web3 is going to play a huge game there. Video games, of course, DeFi is already the case, but as well how we could reorganize ourselves in terms of exchanging value, not being controlled in the same way that states are, how to essentially bring back democracy to the front page, and really acting with this beautiful technology as a mean to communicate, to transfer value, and how to build a sustainable future. So with always, guys, many thanks. Looking forward to fantastic 2023. Wish you guys all the best and all to your loved ones. And as always, guys, be healthy, be wealthy, love our CHSB, and now our equity. Happy New Year, guys. Bye.
Through SwissBorg, all assets will have a fiat gateway. And here is the thing.
Premium features gives you zero fee trading.
It's an amazing fiat gateway.